Man, that thing is way too nice to be a race car.
Yeah, it's just a daily driver.
Right. Hi, we're here at Main Streets. We're here with John Andrade Sr., which is one of Wayne's longtime rivals. We're here with his Olds Cutlass, and we're going to learn about him and the car and let them kind of reminisce on old times.
Yeah.
Hey, today we're here with John and Wayne. We're going to talk about his Oldsmobile Cutlass and let them kind of reminisce on their old racing times. John, I got this Olds back here. Give us a little history on this car.
1971 Olds. It was my mom's best friend's car when I was little, so she bought it new, and I rode in the back seat of it. I always told her I wanted to buy it. When I turned 14, she said they was selling it, so we went and made a deal, and I drove it home, or drove it from town to town because I didn't quite make it home. It broke down several times, but I didn't know nothing about cars back then.
It taught you fast then.
It really, right out of the gate, it just took every bit of money I might have had, and it ate it on the way
He didn't get a
home.
girlfriend until he was 30.
That seems to be the story with all of us.
That's it. That's it.
No
But
shit.
I've had that car. I tell you what, my auto mechanics teacher, he said, you can work on your car as long as it's not performance. And we build the motor in there, and he says, where's the intake? Well, all I had was a 2.4 intake, or I had a single aluminum torquer, you know. So he's like, don't be bringing no hot rod stuff in here, but we need the intake. I'm like, hey, all I've got, so I just brought the 2.4. I just went for it. I brought the 2.4s in, and we put a 455 in it, and it ran good. I drove it to Tulsa and ran a 15.2, you know. I thought I was setting the world on fire back then. But anyhow, and I've had several Oldsmobiles in it, and then I switched to big block Chevy. When I started hanging around with these guys, I figured out, you know, I had to get faster. So I went big block Chevy. Couldn't afford it. They didn't have Oldsmobile high performance parts. It was all.
Did you guys
stock
catch
stuff.
that? Another Chevy against me.
Another Chevy.
Another Chevy.
But we put the big block in it, and we used to run a King of the Valley. I used to go up against Varley's car all the time there. But I met this guy on the street. We was on 39th Street, and he was racing, and he was racing some rich guys, what I would consider rich guys, of course. I've never, you know, and he, of course, I'm rooting for the underdog, you know. I don't even know this guy, but I like his Mustang, you know, and I could tell he was racing some rich guys and did real well, you know. And then really, ever since then, there's more to that story. It'll probably come out eventually, but ever since then, we've been going back and forth racing. And, but that's the first night I met him.
Remember when we got chased by helicopters?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Helicopters.
They chased, Oh, yeah.
Well, I didn't just have this car there. I had this car and my yellow truck I used to race. I had both my vehicles out there, and the helicopters came, busted us one night street racing, and we're all going different ways.
They followed me.
Yeah,
the Ford guy.
They probably knew where he was going.
Well, they turned off about 3 miles later.
Well, they figured they could catch the Ford.
Well, that's it. They wasn't catching this Oldsmobile over
What
here.
car are you driving?
But anyhow.
That's right, yeah.
And I've had several combinations in it. And then I wrecked it at Ardmore. I launched.
This one?
Yeah, I wrecked this car. It left, and it sheared all the left rear lug nuts off the car. And it was in a crooked wheelie. I didn't have an anti-roll bar on it, and it left crooked. It twisted up. I hit the guardrail, and my wife said, that's it.
You're
you ain't
done.
racing this car no more, because I can't replace this car, you know. But
No, you had it since you was 14.
Right. So we turned it into nothing but a show car. We built a mild Olds motor. Of course, I had a 300 shot on it, you know, and an
She didn't know
overdrive.
about no.
Oh no, she didn't really know about the nitrous, you know, but she's been around it long enough now. I can't get nothing by her. She's on to our
smart.
ways.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Well, the big old solenoids that says NOS on it might
That's
be a
it.
giveaway when you open the
That's
hood.
it.
Yeah.
So
what's the current power plant now?
Well,
what kind of engine you got?
something
in
I
there?
never thought I would have in this car, but I put a 406 small block Chevy in it that I can drive anywhere.
Out of the cuddy, right?
It's out of the cuddy, out of Junior's cuddy. It's his little nitrous motor. I put it in here. I can drive it anywhere. Like I was telling you, I drove it 120 miles round trip one day, and then we went to the track the next day, and it really surprised me. It's faster than it's ever been with any combination, and I have had a 540 big block Chevy in it, and it couldn't hold a light to this small block. Now, it probably gets 13 miles to the gallon. I got cup holders in there. I got Pro Street seats, so I'm all nice and comfy.
I mean, riding in it, a minute ago, other than the thunder of the exhaust, it don't even sound like a race car, street car. I mean, it's nice.
You get on the highway, it just coasts down the road like a Cadillac. You know, it's so heavy, but it's a lot of fun, and it runs really well. So,
what kind of heads and stuff you got on the engine?
It's got a Dart CNC 227, right. Aluminum heads. It's got shaft rockers. It's got a Henson nitrous grind comp roller in it.
Right.
Quick fuel 1050 Dominator on it. Mm-hmm. So for a small block, it's that's a lot
pretty
of carburetor.
Elaborate.
Yeah. But it's we pulled it out of the cuddy. I changed the oil in it and put it in here. I've ran the rockers once, or me and Jace checked them and didn't have to even set a rocker on it. And I don't know how many miles I put on it since I put it in here. But it's a lot. Anyhow, it was a show car. I got a wild hair one day, and this guy was wanting me to build him an Oldsmobile motor. And I said, man, you ought to just buy the motor out of my Olds. So then I take him for a ride. I scare the crap out of this guy. I mean, I leave it on the street. It yanks the wheels on the street, and he's over there just freaking out. So we get back, and he thinks about it. And then my oldest boy was going to sell the motor out of the cuddy. So I just said, I was trying to sell this motor to that guy. So I said, dude, I'll put a small cam in it or whatever. So that's what I did, and I bought the motor out of the cuddy. We literally took this car from probably a high 11 on the motor car, Oldsmobile, and just in 3 weeks transformed it. Put a roll cage back, 6-point roll bar back in it, and took it to the track and went the quickest ET it's ever went. And we've done some. It's a fun car on the street.
One of the things I noticed when we was riding in it, something different than most race cars have got, is you've got the console with the lightning rods.
Yeah.
Those are pretty cool, because of the old Hurstalls and stuff.
Yeah.
What kind of transmission and stuff you got in it?
I've got a Power Glide transmission, an Edge racing converter, and the shifter is a lightning rod. It was in the cuddy, and it's a Kill Duff, I believe, is the name of the shifter.
Right.
And we put it in the car, and I thought it was really cool, to have lightning rods and an Oldsmobile.
Like
even
the
though
old Lenco.
It looks good. I mean, it's pretty confusing for someone who don't know a lot about
the
that
last
stuff.
2 car shows we went to, I've gotten so many questions. People's looking in there, they're like, what kind of transmission you got in this thing? And then it's just a 2-speed Power Glide. It's nothing amazing.
So it's a big letdown.
It is pretty much a letdown. I mean, I could come up with a lot better story. Tell them it's a Lenco or something.
Oh yeah, they'd never know.
It's a stock suspension car, isn't it?
It's stock suspension. It's got boxed rear control arms. I did put an anti-roll bar on it because this car, if you don't have an anti-roll bar, it will literally leave on the right rear tire.
Real crooked.
Yeah.
I remember that back in the day.
And then I just got, Moroso drag. I mean, I've got some old school stuff and just a little bit of new school technology. So,
right.
Back in the day, we didn't have nitrous controllers and things like that. We just smacked them with everything we had.
Right.
And this car, I've got it on a throttle activation switch, but I also have a button that I can use.
Snatch it when you want.
Yeah, but it's and it runs good. I think it could run with a lot of guys. So.
Now, y'all two raced a lot back in the early 90s and stuff.
Yeah.
What is y'all's most memorable race against each other?
The one I won.
The one you won?
The one. Keyword, the one.
Whatever.
You only beat him once?
That I don't even think he can remember. He's too old to remember that far back. But
Wow.
no, I'll tell you, it's what this guy did. He took a small block Mustang with like a 289.
So he says it was?
289.
Yeah, it was.
And then he puts a big block, Ford in a car that probably weighs 2,000 pounds, Well, maybe a little more. But he was probably one of the first people to do that. I mean, everybody else had 5.0 Mustangs and all this stuff. This guy's stuff's a big blocking one, and I would say he's the. I mean,
He's the first
I know
one
a lot of people, and he's the first one around here that ever did
to
that.
put a big block in a Fox body.
And then went out there and just killed everybody.
Right.
I mean,
No, it's only a 514.
it's only a 514 cubic inch, you know,
Right.
from a 289, you know. So, you know, lightweight car, big motor. So, I don't know. We've
Remember
had
my
some
red
close
car?
ones. Yeah, I remember the red car.
I had the red car, had a 302 roller motor in it,
Yeah,
Right.
and big tire, a lot of gear.
yeah,
I used to kill them.
yeah.
I don't think that car ever lost on the street.
Really.
It just come out
Now
of the
it's
hole,
sitting in a
you
field.
know.
It'd
Yeah,
leave hard now.
yeah.
Right.
But yeah, we did a lot of King of the Valley stuff
Yeah, King of the Valley, I mean, we was 1 and 2
for a while.
a long time. And I honestly can't remember ever winning. I mean, just saying. I mean,
I can't remember either. It's been so many times, man. But we always had a blast. I've always respected you and your family. You've got a great family, you know, and
Yeah.
it's hard to find that anymore. You
Yeah.
know? Especially, you know, like me with my kids. They, Lil Wayne, he's got his car, but he don't spend time on it like Jace does. You know, I think it's because I stopped funding the damn thing.
right.
And so now, you know,
He lost his sponsor.
he lost his sponsor. Yeah, so. But hopefully we're going to get him out. It'll be a small tire, 302, probably be mid-11 second car, you know.
That'd be good.
So,
Well, I'll tell you, speaking of Jace, he, one night you was out racing on 39th, he's laying on a pillow in the front seat of my short bed.
yeah.
We're out watching street racing. He wasn't even a year old, laying
Yeah,
on a
I
pillow
remember.
in the front seat. I mean, that was back before you had to have, you know, all this
Car
seats
shit, safety
and
shit.
And now he's
Safety
7
belt.
foot tall.
7 foot tall, taller than the rest of us. So.
Yeah, I remember all the kids were little bitty.
Yep.
Right.
Little John, he's been standing out on the side of the road watching street racing since he was little as well.
Yeah, now he's leading the scene.
Now both
Like-
of them,
like
and now both
Jace.
of your boys are fast and got fast cars.
Oh
it.
yeah.
Doing really well.
That's it.
We'll do a show on Jace later
Yeah.
on because we'll be bringing him in.
Yeah,
he's got a badass car. It's called the Yeti.
he's the only 20-year-old I know that's got 2 race cars and
Lucky.
truck and trailer and
Yeah.
a daily driver and.
Well, he's got a
and-
good job.
But that's the thing. He's worked since
He's a hard-working kid. Yeah.
Since he was 14, he's been working and
Right.
spending I spend every dime of his money on his cars for him. He gets home, he's got a big smile, he's got a big paycheck, and I'm like, yeah, I ordered this carburetor, or I ordered a Aeromotive fuel pump for you, or whatever.
Got his own race car accountant.
I use his money to buy. I live vicariously through him.
Right.
Buy all the race parts and
Yeah, there
let
you
him
go.
pay for them.
Yeah,
So,
that's the way to do it.
Right.
yeah.
But look what he's got.
But he's got a lot, and that's all he knows is racing. So.
Right.
Yeah. So what rear end have you got in this?
I've got the 12-bolt Chevelle rear end. I actually took the rear end out of here when I made it a show car, and I gave it to Jace for his 71 Olds because he's got one similar to this. And so I bought a 12-bolt that looked like it had been laying in the bottom of a river, and I put some gears in it and threw it in the car. And then whenever I made this transformation, I knew stock 12-bolt, gears and all that stuff was not going to make it. So we, cut the ends off of it and put a C-clip eliminator and a spool and 35 spline axles in it. And
Right.
I believe I put all Mosier stuff in this one. So it bolted right in. And like I say, in 3 weeks, we took this car from strictly a show car and cruiser to something I can still cruise and car show, but I can go race it too.
Are you going to Thunder Valley this weekend?
I don't know if we're going to make it down there or not. We've got some things.
Well, we're going to go down there and film some people. So
Are you?
if you get a chance, come on down. We'll put some video of it in action.
Yeah,
Does this car work pretty good on the street?
it does. I've got drag radials on it right now. It's real happy on drag radials on a good prepped road, but on the street we got some stiff sidewall slicks, and they work pretty good. Mine and his. I mean,
Right.
they usually will leave with 3 foot of air under the front tires
On the
the
street?
street. Yeah,
That's good.
on that. On an asphalt road. They work pretty well. So
course, there's no secret what we're trying to get out now. We've had a few shows out now. You know, we're going to do the racing and stuff. You know.
I talked to Belinda at Sayer today. She's in on it, so we'll have a place to race. We're going to go down there and film Sayer and do a big interview with her. So that's where we'll be doing it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, you know, you've raced there.
We've raced everywhere, and I don't know if there's any place that's more like just being on the street than Sayer. You know,
yeah.
they do a great job out there.
Yes, they do.
Well, good. We can count on you being there with this car then.
We'll be there. Every time the doors open at Sayer, we'll be there, and maybe even if it isn't.
I just want to know where Jace got his attitude from, because you were never like that. He'll talk shit.
I'm not gonna say a word about
Well,
that.
I think he got it from his mom. Where is she?
That's up to you. I ain't saying nothing about that. So. But
Yeah,
yeah,
you're going to bring this car, right? Not this Mustang you got tucked away in the garage.
well,
You
we'll
gotta
save
watch
that.
him,
We'll
man.
save that for later.
Yeah, that might be something to go up against the Gold Car with.
Yeah, I mean, if we got some big tire cars going, I might take them on with that little tired Mustang I got in there hiding.
Right.
So
You get fast enough
And
to get that thing out.
what's
we
the
may have
record of the racing between that red Mustang and me?
1-0
Ooh,
by about this far. It
Boy,
was
close.
a photo finish.
Yeah. He goes, I heard it coming.
Yeah, I could hear it coming with them Furo headers you got blasting out of that thing. So
Yeah.
to stovepipes sticking
Yeah.
out the side.
I think I dented my floorboard and everything else because I knew it was coming. It was just too late. So I got a little jumpy on my second kit and shook the tires. And I'm full of excuses. I got a bunch of excuses,
Hey,
but I'll be ready next time.
sounds good.
Yeah.
We'd like to see you down at Thunder Valley.
Yeah.
We'll just do some test passes, get some video footage of it so the people can see what's going on. I'm going to have the Gold Car down there. Brian's supposed to bring his Chevelle, and Terrell's going to be there.
I think all three of the last people that we've done shows on is going to be there. I know Terrell's going to be there because I'm going to help him with his car. Saul, I talked to him today, and he's going to be there. And last week, Mike said he was going to be there. When I saw him Saturday, he's trying to work out some traction issues with his car, so that'll be maybe something neat to get some on how he fixes his traction problems.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, and I thought I remember you saying something about doing some tech segments and things like that.
Yeah, and if you've got some, because you build your own engines.
Well, and that's what I was going to say, Jason. Right now we've got 3 engines we're building in there. So later on, if you want to do some stuff like that, we can sure.
Yeah, we're
Well-
going to do some. Gerald Brand said he would do some for us. We just,
Great.
He's booked up right now, but
Yeah.
You
he's
say
a great
this is
guy.
a stock suspension car with box control arms, no adjustable underneath it at all, right?
No.
So what's the trick to getting a car like this on the slicks to wheelie 2 feet on the street?
There is a trick to it, but I don't know if I can share that.
Okay.
I do. I'll be honest. We've got Mustang shocks on the back of this car,
Okay.
and that's when it really started working. We put those shocks on it,
Right.
and
You got to keep some secrets. You can't let everything
well,
out.
and I ain't gonna say everything about it, but we'll
How
just
about some Chevy
say
stuff on my car?
we'll just say we put the shocks off of the Red Dragon onto this car, and it started working, and
Right.
it goes pretty good. It's been a 1.27 60 foot on the back tires, so
Crossing the beams with the back tires.
yeah.
1,
Yeah.
2, that's moving.
Oh yeah,
If your
So-
front
It's
tires
very
are still in
impressive.
the air.
For an old small block, it does pretty good.
Yeah.
So.
How much nitrous are you putting to it?
I've got 36 jet in the fogger,
is it
so
a single fogger?
it's a single fogger. Yeah.
That's what we run.
36
32,
jet. That's what we were
36.
talking about
It's
on your car. About a
probably-
300 shot.
Yeah,
350.
I'm gonna say it's 350, and on this thing it feels like 400. So it really picks up on the
Hey,
bottom.
more for the money.
That's it. That's it.
Good deal.
All I need is that uh-oh plate on this one, and we just happen to have one laying over there. I may need to.
Your
get
emergency
on here.
button.
Yeah, I may need an emergency button now. I
Well,
don't know.
here's the deal. I've been driving again, not on any nitrous. So I'd like to go up against you, me and you, for old time's
That'd be
sake.
fun.
Just get after it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The go kart in this.
Yeah.
Who's going to win that battle?
I think it'd be really good.
It'll probably be good.
I-
If he don't pull a goatee bow and fucking spray on me.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
I wouldn't do that.
No, I know. You're a
See
man.
that grin? See that
Yeah.
grin?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know.
What nitrous?
Yeah.
What nitrous?
I don't even have a bottle in the car.
That's it.
It's in the trunk.
That's
Okay.
it. Yeah. No, that'd be fun though. I think that'd be great.
Old
Just
time
for old
rivals
time's
getting
sake.
after it.
Yep.
First pass, off the trailer.
You two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before
I'm
anybody
game.
else races, you two right off the rip
Hey, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
on the street.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we can even that score back up.
Oh no, that's that car over there.
Oh, not even gonna give me a chance. Huh?
Well, that car's fast as hell. So
Well,
I've got some different heads and stuff that I'm going to put on the gold car, so it'll definitely wake it up. You know, get rid of that causey stuff, and get some real exhaust on it. Although it is a Chevy port on the exhaust, but
I know.
but they'll flow
I know.
380, so as opposed to 240.
right.
So it's going to make a world of difference. It's just the $8,000 in pistons, rocker arms, and all that crap
Yeah.
that goes with it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
It's fun to go fast like that, but boy, it sure is expensive.
It can be.
And it's probably a full-time job too.
No.
I don't like to work on my stuff.
Exactly.
And really, that's probably why we're really more conservative than probably a lot of guys out there, because a good night to me is to go to the track, make
come home
several
safe.
passes, load that thing up, and never pull the hood off. Just
Right.
put fuel in the back.
I hear
That's- Which now I've got a 20-gallon fuel cell in this thing, so I don't even have to add fuel. I just go race and check the tires,
Right.
and
Cool.
and I could drive to a spot. You know, if the spot's way out or whatever, I can just drive the thing out there and race it.
Street
So,
car.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that sounds like a good deal. We're looking forward to all this racing, and we got a few more people to talk to. Next week, we're going to talk to Brian Godeybo. We'll get some footage of his car. And
Another Chevy.
Another Chevy.
well, he drives
We'll
your
be
car
ganging up
some,
on
so-
you.
He drives your car sometimes, so we can call him for it also.
No, we can't. No, we can't.
And then we're also going to go to Thunder Valley. They've got a thing going Saturday, and we're going to some of our.
Well, we're going to be
cars-
at Mike Williams' car show Saturday
Yeah,
first.
okay.
We'll do some footage there, some of the cars there. And then we'll be at Thunder Valley Saturday night and do some footage on the cars at the track. And then we'll be back the week after that. We'll be probably going to Sayre to talk to them out there about their street racing program they have, which is killer. So,
See
Yeah.
if we can get our races lined up.
John, appreciate it.
Man,
bro.
I'm glad you guys came out.
Yep.
Thanks for doing this.